Well, all right. This is actually a bit awkward for me because I'm more like behind the scene person. And I have the feeling, I prepped my script like weeks ago, but I have the feeling like even the second sentence is not even slightly what I'm feeling right now and how I feel looking right now, but I'm just keeping to the script, otherwise I'm going to faint. So let's see how it goes. All right, so first of all, good morning, everyone. Again, I hope we are all bright-eyed after the fantastic party at the Hoppertosse last night. And we are both actually pretty thrilled to kickstart day 2 with a pretty crucial and exciting topic. So that's why, let me ask you guys a question. Are you ahead of the curve when it comes to our Plunet help resources? Yeah, I see some, yeah, but everyone else is like, I don't know where this is going, so let's see where this is going actually. All right, so today we actually want to ensure you're fully equipped to navigate Plunet's help landscape. Our goal is today to transform each one of you into a Plunet power user, or at least set your path to becoming one, or actually also your team members. So again, my name is Josi, and alongside me is Leo today. And we will guide you through the ins and outs of our knowledge center, our community, and also our user research pool. And we will also share some fascinating hacks along the way. But let's actually imagine Plunet's support structure as a sturdy tripod with 3 fundamental pillars holding it up. So those 3 pillars are our knowledge center, ticket system, and community. So pillar 1, our knowledge center, is your go-to resource for all things about Plunet. It's a treasure trove filled with user guides, glossaries, training videos, webinars, and also release notes. This platform basically reflects the latest Plunet updates, assisting you, Pluneteers, to effortless navigate around our software. And then we have pillar 2, our ticket system, which is your direct line to our Plunet support team. And this team resolves specific technical issues, answers inquiries, and attends to your request. They also safeguard our infrastructure and oversee our Plunet hosting. And last but not least, our community, which is an interactive space where users can find answers, ask questions, and even become contributors. And this space allows you, again, as Pluneteers, to share your expertise and tips with the broader community. But let's actually talk about the relationship between the Knowledge Center and our community, as they may seem different, as one offering a self-service learning materials and the other one providing an interactive platform, but yet they're interconnected. So a search bar in the Knowledge Center links users to community posts for more specific use case scenarios. And likewise, users posting in the community may find the Knowledge Center already has like some documentation answering their inquiry. But let's actually take a deeper look into our Knowledge Center. All right, so next slide. So since the relaunch of our Knowledge Center in May 21, our online help has evolved tremendously. So it was designed to centralize user guides, articles, and release notes in the place to combine better search functionalities, organization, and interconnectivity with our ticket system and community. But as you can see already here, this is basically like before our relaunch. The previous system just had its limitations. It offered less information, lacked direct link to our Plunet community, and provided additional information like the release notes only in a PDF format. And so, following our relaunch with the Knowledge Center, it has become more agile, combining enhanced search functionalities and organization to deliver an improved user experience. The new Plunet Knowledge Center can be accessed via helpdesk.plunet.com, and even without even logging into Plunet. A simple keyword a search in the bar allows you to access a comprehensive collection of articles and links to community discussions. And furthermore, we actually built an extensive video library that brings our software actually to life. This includes our webinars regularly hosted by our Plunet specialist and uploaded to the Knowledge Center for an on-demand learning. And as we can see, like our video is repeating. Again, you just simply have to enter any keyword you're looking for. You will have links. I mean, it's gone now, but you saw that there are links to articles and also community posts. And again, here our video library, were really on-demand learning. Whenever you want to see something about tips and tricks or customer and vendor management, you can watch it at 1 a.m. if you like. But yeah, let's actually give you maybe another practical example. As we put the keyword search automation manager into the search bar, we see again a collection of articles and community links. For example, we have here an article about the automation manager and already like a link to a webinar for additional modules. And we also have the community articles where basically people already talked about how they are partially or fully automate their workflows. And when we then click on the article, for example, Automation Manager, we have then it clearly explains how a particular feature works, along again with a helpful training video and also linked to other relevant documentation. And we also have like content if you maybe with the Automation Manager just want to check what is a process job looking like. You basically would just have to click on process jobs and you wouldn't have to go like through the entire article, basically. All right, but another available resource in the Knowledge Center are actually our release notes for each Plunet version. These allow you to stay up to date with the latest changes and improvements. And we actually categorize them into three types. So we have the major, minor, and patch releases. The major releases occur annually and are defined by the first digit of the version number, and they contain new features and significant changes. So, for example, version 8 focused on improved resource assignment, and our newest version 9 provided a wholly revised security concept for password management. And our monthly minor releases are defined by the second digit number, and they contain smaller bug fixes and also new functionalities that are super quick to implement. And for instance, UI changes on how the manual assignment occurs, or also we implemented new ranking criteria like profit margin, or also availability upon actually your requests in the community. And then last but not least, our last digit number, the patch releases, which are basically contain urgent bug fixes, and those are resolved as soon as the bug has been resolved. And yeah, I will hand it over to Leo, and he will dive deeper into the Plunet community.
Thank you, Josi. So, thank you everybody to be here. I hope that you had a great night yesterday and the summit is going good. And on my side, I'm going to present you the Plunet community, give you a short turn of it. So, first of all, how you can access to the Plunet community. You have this link, community.plunet.com, that you can find directly on the Knowledge Center. And there is a link too on the web tree that you have on your takeaway sheets. And so what is the community? The community is a space for exchange between Pluneters, Plunet users, and the Plunet teams. The idea comes from the tickets in the past and is now existing since a few years now. And you have here inside exchange between the users that are monitored by the Plunet teams and Plunet experts. So it means that the conversation are read by the Plunet teams, and they can take part of the conversation too. And it means that we are very interested about what's happening in the community. We read what you write and everything, and we take that in account to understand the user trends and the issue that the user have. And on the top of the page of the user community, you have the part what's happening, where you can have all of the last posts inside the community. So there is the important announcement, the community post, the update, and the helpful tips and summary. And if we dive deeper inside the community, so you have two main spaces. The first main space is the community discussion, which is divided in some subspace. So this is the main space if you want to exchange with the other Plunet users. You have the ask a question, so if you have a question that you don't find the answer in the knowledge base, you can go there and ask the question to see if some Plunet team or some other user have the answer. The second subpart is share an idea, where you can share an idea of features, of something that you would like to see inside Plunet. And the last part is the automation corner. So it's a subspace where people talk about automation. This part was not originally inside the Plunet community, but we saw that was a very trendy topic. And so we add this space. So it means that if we see new trendy topic among the user, or if we see some good advice from you, we can create a new space specifically to create a better experience inside the community. The second main part inside the community is mission control. So it's where the Plunet team do the official posts. So you have mostly the same information that you have inside the Knowledge Center, plus more details, and the fact that you can comment and give your point of view on it too. Sorry. And of course, there is a last part about user research, where you can find the last user research and topic around the user research. And the last but not the least about the Plunet team is that we are not only present online, but we are present on the main event of the industry. So if you have the chance to be around and you can pass by to our booth, say hello, is always a pleasure. And it's a good opportunity for you if you want to meet the team, talk about Plunet or not, and meet the other user. And as last part of the presentation, I would like to talk with you about the Plunet research pool, which is part of the Plunet product team. And before to explain you what, I have to explain you the why we create that. So as you probably know, nowadays for the development of in the tech company, we include the user data and the user information inside the development to create to do user-centered design. And in most of the companies, to have this user information, they track the behavior of the people on the software. But in Plunet, we don't track any of your behavior. There is no data tracking for both privacy and security reasons. So it means that when we want to have information and do user-centered design, we need to actively ask you information, and you need to actively give us information about what you do. And so it's why we create the user research pool, which was formerly called user research community, so you maybe know that. It's to create a link between you, the user, and us, the product team. And so what is the Plunet research pool at the end? It's simply a list of contacts that we know are open to participate to the Plunet user research. So you just have a small subscription page on internet where you have few information. Of course, there is no any requirement. You can just unsubscribe when you want, and it means you will receive probably 1 or 2 emails per month about the user research. It will depend on the project that we have inside the pipe. To give you a small overview about what we do the main 3 methods that we used to do in user research. So it's a survey to get more like the trend and see how the point of view are distributed among the community. The second one is interviews, where we want to go deeper in the topic and we talk directly with someone. And the last one is the prototype testing. So it's where we test directly the interface that we create to see how you react and behave on that. And to finish, I would like to talk about the future of the Plunet research pool, so by extension, the user research in Plunet. But first of all, I want to thank everybody who answered to the user research this year. So it's my first year in Plunet, and I'm very happy that I can work with your feedback and what you say on the product. And so now the next step is like we would like to increase the capacity about user research and especially have more diversity on the feedback that we get. For the moment, we have very good contact with the CEOs, the high-level management, the Plunet administrator of our clients. But what we miss the most is the point of view of the small hand of Plunet. So the project manager or the vendor manager who use Plunet every day but don't interact so much with the provider, and is what we miss for the moment. So I'm gonna do a call. If you can spread this information inside the company and propose to your colleagues to be part of the Plunet research pool. You have the QR code here, and you have in the takeaway sheet, there is a QR code and a link for the subscription. It's a good opportunity for them to give their feedback and help us to shape the product according their need. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.